Hi there, fellow traveler. David McLeod here, your Life Mastery Coach, host of the Daily Affirmation program. Thank you for joining me for today's video presentation. Today I want to talk a little bit about resistance. You know, that phenomenon where you find yourself trying to push something away energetically. It happens to all of us now and then, and it can show up in a whole variety of different ways in your life. Maybe you find yourself dwelling on what you don't want. Maybe you find yourself in strong disagreement with someone else's point of view. Maybe you simply find yourself wishing you could wave a magic wand and create something different. No matter how it might show up for you, you can always distinguish resistance by how it manifests in your body. When I'm aware of a resistance, I often notice a kind of tightening in my stomach and chest area, and sometimes I feel coldness in my hands and feet. When this happens, I usually find that my breathing is pretty shallow, typically at the top of my lungs rather than all the way down into my belly. In fact, it's usually my body sensations that alert me to the possibility that I might be resisting something. I'm fortunate to have come to trust my body as a completely reliable source of truth, so I pay very close attention when it's trying to tell me something important. Now, there's nothing wrong with resistance, and the body sensations that come with it can inform me of a change that I want to make in my life. But when I dwell on the resistance, that is, when I focus on the negative, i.e. what I don't want, a funny thing happens. Because I'm dwelling on it, I tend to actually unconsciously attract it into my life. Now, this is a non-intuitive concept that trying to push something away actually creates an invisible form of attraction that keeps it coming towards us. Martial artists, especially Aikido masters, are very aware of this phenomenon, and they turn this idea of resistance on its head. Instead of pushing back against something they don't want in their space, they find a way to accept that energy. But as the energy gets closer, these masters then simply step aside and redirect the energy so it passes right by them. And the most amazing part is they do this without anger, without prejudice, and without attachment. You and I can learn a lot from these masters. Imagine yourself simply standing in the presence of something that normally triggers resistance within you. Rather than fighting against this energy, what if you just simply allow it to approach you? And then, keeping yourself as grounded and unattached as possible, you redirect that energy past you, just past you, to move on and serve someone else. It may sound difficult at first, and because it's an unfamiliar response to resistance, it might actually feel awkward and possibly even feel difficult. But with practice, you can do it. This idea, welcoming in an energy that you might normally feel resistance about, can be very liberating, especially when you can stay in a centered attitude of unconditional acceptance. Now, this is not to say that you are welcoming or condoning the energy, only that you are accepting it for what it is. And it is that acceptance that can free you from the resistance. Pretty amazing, huh? This is a practice that I have found both challenging and rewarding, and I offer it to you as something that you can do to release yourself from the resistance, which is really nothing more than a shadow form of attraction. This is yet another way to get back into that flow of love and joy that we all just love so much. I hope you find this process helpful. Please let me know how it works for you. Love and blessings to you on your journey.